Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. It's a Wednesday morning. Come to you live September 14th. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center, right on Highway 77 on Baldwin Road. And if you get a chance to go by and talk to those folks, they do a really good job in helping people better themselves. Our temperature this morning right now is 71 here, 70 up in Marianna, 74 Apalachicola, and 75 over in Sandestin. We have a little bit of fog. It's in patches, so be aware of that. It's nothing heavy, but we do have some, as always, our weather will be changing. We have some reports now this weekend. We have a little front coming through, but even with that coming through, it's only be 20 to 30% chance of rain, maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So anyway, and again, that's going to be highly adjustable according to different factors. So just be aware of that. It'll be a little bit of rain, but nothing to change any big plans about. Of course, big weekend with the grouper season opening. Everyone's excited about that. Going to be hot again today. You get up to 91. That heat index is going to start kicking in. Low tonight 74, and water temperature remains at 84. The boating forecast. Winds will be coming out of northwest and then switching a little bit after lunch, coming out of the south at 5 to 10. Seas 1 to 2, and it'll be nice and smooth on protected waters. The Carl Burnham Marine Specialties tide chart, taking a look at it. Today's Wednesday the 14th. It's now starting to kick in and some really good tides. We're looking at a low tide this morning at 7:02 and a high tide at 10:56. And St. Joe low tide at 7:07 and high at 11:29. So some good tides there. Every Wednesday morning, I like to call Captain Blair Morgan, Blue Water Bandit Charters, and get a good live report from down in that area. Good morning, Blair.
Good morning, Winston. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. This report brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, a great place to get all kind of equipment. Blair, what's going on?
Well, I tell you what, Winston, the weather got pretty, and the Gulf and the Bay are just absolutely beautiful over here. The water's just crystal clear and just as blue and pretty as it could be. The wind's laid down, and it's an excellent time to be fishing. The water temperature in the bay has dropped down a little bit, and I was talking to a couple the other day from Oklahoma that were down here fishing, and he was telling me they put the kayaks in right there at the stump hole access and went out in the bay, and he said they've never seen so many redfish.
Wow. Said
they was everywhere, but they went in about 6 inches to a foot of water, and they was chasing a little finger mullet.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't have anything. I couldn't get them to bite anything. Everything I had got grass on it, this and that and other. He said, what I need to use? And I showed him a super fluke made by Zoom, a little plastic bait,
Yeah.
And how to rig it. And that gold spoon, I said, these are your best choices when in the grass like that. And they went back that afternoon and had a ball.
Oh, great.
They caught redfish, but they got tired of catching them. And so there's a great big school of those redfish right now up there in that area. And they're getting hungry. They're feeding up for the wintertime.
Well, that's a good story there.
Yeah. Other than that, everybody's kind of getting ready for dove season, and the bow hunters are getting their stuff. They're planting food plots and everything, and bow season opened last Saturday in Georgia.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's kind of getting in the hunt mode right now. Of course, grouper season opens this weekend, and I'm planning on going, so might have a better report for you next week about the fishing. But
all right, Blair. Well, that sounds good, buddy.
All right.
All right, thank you now.
All righty.
All right, Captain Blair Morgan, and everybody is excited about grouper season opening up Saturday. We'll take our first break and be back with our special guest.
Hi, welcome to the Panama City campus of Florida State University.
Did you know that the #1 industry in the state of Florida is tourism? People come to Florida to play, and it's the job of professional recreators to create those opportunities so that people can come out and play.
If you want to learn about recreation, tourism, and special events, check us out.
Panama City living is simply better without glasses. The Eye Center of North Florida offers the most advanced cataract surgery using lifestyle lens implants, which allow you to see all distances glasses-free. Our surgeons perform this quick and painless procedure at our accredited surgery center. When it comes to your vision, trust your local experts in surgical eye care. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership. Built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
Flag with Professional Fiberglass and Marine Service. We offer all types of boat repair, fiberglass work, bottom painting, detailing, buffing. If your gel coat's looking dull, we can get that boat looking good for you again. We also offer a pickup and delivery service, and we have trailers that you can use if we are going to work on your boat, and we can come and get your boat for you. We can be reached at 850-960-9054, or you can reach us on the web at profiberglassmarine.com.
Welcome back, Lieutenant Stan Kirkland.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see you. Always have a lot of good stuff, and we do have a lot of stuff, so let's get started. What do you want us to talk about first?
Well,
great picture here.
Well, first of all, Winston, I wanted to mention about an incident that happened last week over on Eglin Air Force Base. We got a call last Wednesday afternoon. Our agency got a call and responded that a construction worker there on the base near Niceville, just above Niceville, said a bear had run into the side of the truck and the bear was hurt. And got down there not knowing what they find. A lot of times, you know, bears get killed on the roads here in Florida. But got down there, and this little guy, now this picture was made actually Monday afternoon, but when they got there, this is a little 25-pound bear. The little cub had a severe concussion. Now, they didn't know the extent of it at the time, but they took him out in the woods, were able to pick him up, took him out in the woods, and they came back and checked on him the following morning, which was a Thursday morning. He was still there. So he had ants all over him, and they knew he was hanging his head, and they knew that he had a concussion at that point. So they took him and got a crate from Eglin, aluminum crate, or from Jackson Guard, took him back to the Blackwater hatchery. They fed him, they watched him all weekend, and made sure he had food and water, and then by Sunday he was pretty much coming out from under that concussion, and they were able to release him. And so they released him. They knew he was ready because he started growling at the guy that was feeding him on Monday. They knew he was ready to get out of there. Yeah. And of course he was. They took him back to the same place. They never did see the sow, but there is another cub there. So it's a good story. Good opportunity for something good to happen rather than a bear, being run over and killed.
Had a good ending.
We pick up. That's it. And that reporter asked me yesterday. That little guy. Now he climbed a pine tree before he left, but he weighs about 25 pounds right now. He will in Florida. They get up to 500 to 600 pounds. We've had 3 over 600 pounds that have been recovered in the last 30 years or so. That's an enormous sized bear anywhere you go. But our population is increased. We've got a lot of bears here in the Panhandle, or a good many bears here in the Panhandle, and our agency's developing a bear management plan, and we expect sometime in 2012 that the commission is going to, that bear management plan will be presented to our commissioners by staff, and once that's done, we anticipate that that the bear will officially be delisted. It will no longer be a listed species if and when that happens. So that's where we are right now. But number of bears is increasing, and they're just a great natural resource. People love seeing them. But again, if you got garbage and you got bears getting in your garbage, you need to change your behavior and put your garbage away. Okay.
Yeah, because they go to that.
Yeah. Actually, over at Herbert Field, we're going to talk about this another day, but I have to commend the people over at Herbert Field. We were in a meeting on Monday with some of their staff, and there's not a single. The Air Force has taken the bull by the horns, and they've had a lot of bear issues over the last year or two. Yeah. And they have bear-resistant garbage cans now, or bear-proof garbage cans provided to every tenant, every person that lives on base, that is on Herbert Field, and they've switched to, as I understand it, to bear-resistant dumpsters, so the bears can't get in the dumpsters. And Eglin is beginning this process. There's a few places on Eglin, but we're working with communities across the Panhandle. And, you know, a lot of people wonder why, you know, we just don't move the bears or do something to the bears. But, you know, they're a natural resource, and we're just trying to accommodate them. And, you know. And
we've had them around a long time, too.
Yes, we have.
All right, we're gonna we got all kind of stuff. Let's go and take this break now. We'll come back, have a longer session after this break, okay?
Panama City Beach is known as one of the top dive destinations in Florida. Divers Den offers daily dive charters that can accommodate up to 13 divers. Our boat captain is U.S. Coast Guard certified and a PADI dive instructor. We have trained professionals who offer a variety of scuba certifications. Come see us at our 2 locations on Thomas Drive and Tyndall Parkway.
Come on down to Blue Water Outrigger, where you'll always find friendly service, fresh and saltwater fishing rods, top of the line men's and women's apparel. Don't forget to pick up your live baits and let us help you with all your outdoor needs. Check out our wide selection of top quality reels and hunting necessities and everything in between. Come see us or order online. We'll be waiting for you right next door to Piggly Wiggly, Port St. Joe.
Hey everybody, this is Brad Stevens coming to you from Sunjammers Water Sports on Highway 79. You know us for your fishing kayaks and all your sailing needs. What you may not know is that we stock a full line of inshore and offshore tackle, specializing in the Captain Joe fish-on lures. We stock his grouper baits, his SS minnows, his shredders, along with all of your gulp baits, Joe jigs, the edge hook, your U-Pro rods, and live bait. Come see us at Sunjammers Water Sports, 315 North Highway 79.
Captain's Cove Marina, designed with fishermen in mind. Easy access to the best fishing along Florida's Forgotten Coast. Deep sea fishing, fly fishing from a kayak, cruising endless miles of bayous, bays, and the intercoastal waterway. Count on the captain's crew to work hard to make your day on the water the best ever. Captain's Cove Marina, 1617 Grouper Avenue, Port St. Joe, 850-227-3357.
Okay, all right. Let's we're here with Stan, and when I tell folks on air yesterday that Stan's coming on, I get some good questions. Appreciate y'all sending a question. This is from Rick Rogers, a coach. I have a question for Stan if you get a chance. Forgetting common sense and boating etiquette, is there a rule, a regulation, or a law requiring a distance a boat must keep from a fishing pier, like the county pier, the city pier, St. Andrews pier? So what's the law?
Well, Rick, the first thing is common sense should apply, and that is, you know, people should stay far enough away that they don't interfere with people on the pier, and vice versa. People on the pier don't have to worry about, you know, hitting a boat or somebody on the boat. There is no a law that I'm aware of that regulates distance from a pier. You know, if you're continuing to have problems, you might, you know, I hate to tell you to call and file a complaint, because it's not necessarily, it's more common sense than anything, but it may be appropriate for an officer to talk to somebody if you're having a problem.
Yeah, and it could be dangerous too. Sometimes people casting off the pier, these big old jigs and all, it could be dangerous. So,
exactly.
That could be preventable.
All right.
Okay, another question I got last night. A guy called, they have a big hunting lease, and he didn't want to talk about the details, but they have a big hunting lease, and this is a common problem throughout the Panhandle.
Correct.
They're having trouble with poachers getting on the lease, and you know, you can't, if you got a big area, you just can't keep everybody off, and they want to know what's the process and how do you keep these poachers off, and what's the best thing for them to do?
Well, one of the first things that the landowner should do is make sure one, that their property is properly fenced. At least the access is fenced at major roads and that sort of thing. Keep your gates closed, because an open gate is an invitation for somebody, whether they're supposed to be there or not. It's an open invitation for somebody to come on there where they're not supposed to be. Make sure that you also your property is properly posted. So in other words, at your access points, your gates, and I think under Florida law it requires you have to have posted signs, and I want to say it's every 500 feet, plus it has to be for our agency or Sheriff's Department to enforce trespass. It should be posted, people coming on and at entrances. But also I encourage this person or anybody else that's having they feel like they have issues with trespass, contact our agency. You can call our agency. Maybe we can put that number up, and we can put you in touch or get you the paperwork to enroll you in our landowner. We have a landowner program where, by simply filling out a short form, we will get a supervisor to sit down with the landowner, and then we will register your land, and we will tell the officers in that county that this landowner is having a problem with trespass, and to pay particular attention when you're in the area. Check out, see if you find anybody on that property. One thing that a lot of landowners will do is, if they've got half a dozen regular guests, they may issue them a written permission or something to be. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but it's a good idea if you've got people regularly coming on your property to give something that identifies that they can be on your property. If an officer encounters anybody on your property, though, and they can go ahead, the officer can go ahead and effect or make an arrest for trespass. If that person's carrying a firearm, it's not a misdemeanor at that point; it becomes a felony, and that firearm or that person is arrested, and they're taken to jail in whatever county it is. Okay. So now it's a felony offense for trespass.
Okay.
Okay. And we will also share that information with the county Sheriff's Department and encourage the county to pay attention to the property too. But anyway.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That's a great answer. Now, getting back to some fishing, I know I've been reading a little bit of stuff coming across on the speckled trout. Some changes might be ahead in our speckled trout. You've got some stuff on that?
Yeah, the commission. Winston, the commission met last week down at Naples. The next meeting in December is down, I believe it's in the Keys, if I'm not mistaken. But one of the things that was on the agenda last week, and by the way, for anybody that would love to follow what happens, if you just go to our website and under the news, you can download every news release. You can look at that. But one of the things that we publish, though, is a itemized listing of the agenda, and when you click on it, the whole presentation will come up for you. So if you got a computer, you can look, you can follow, you can see what's presented, and it's just the commission being open with the public about what's being discussed. You're correct. They did talk about the spotted sea trout, or speckled trout as we call them around here, seasons. We've had a closed season. There's been closed seasons around the state. The bottom line is the commission did not take any action. All they did was discuss this. But one of the things that they did, though, was to accept or agree to move forward in this process to remove the closed season. I don't think that will happen by this coming February. I think it's going to take longer, so we're probably going to have, and the commission could reverse itself, but I think that they will, from the discussion that was heard, that are heard, they're going to move forward and remove the closed season, and it's because the spawning ratio potential is high enough. It's barely high enough in the Panhandle, but around the state it's significantly higher.
And that's the impact here. We're talking about 1 month, but down in the lower part of the state,
right.
I mean, they've had 3 or 4 months closure.
That's exactly right.
A real big impact on them.
It will be, and at one time, more anglers came to Florida for fishing for speckled trout than they did for redfish, flounder, any of your nearshore species. Now, it's my understanding that shifted, and now, you know which species they target more?
Redfish.
Redfish, that's it exactly. People want to come to Florida and catch redfish and you know, fish for redfish.
Well, you can do both though. We don't
Yeah,
have a lot
yes,
to
you
do
can.
both.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay. I want to say a special good morning to Donna Forehand watching the show this morning. Appreciate you watching, Donna. We're going to take our final break, and we got a lot more stuff and some good pictures.
The greatest investment we can all make is in the lives of our children and grandchildren.
To help you invest for retirement, handle your IRA rollover, protect your family with life or long-term care insurance, call my dad for an appointment at his new office on Wilson Avenue behind Lowe's. And he'll give you a copy of his most recent book, 7 Steps to Serious Money. For free! Walter Woodrick, your serious money advisor!
Sunrise to sunset. A walk through nature takes you on a journey of Florida's Emerald Coast. You'll encounter the wildlife, birds, lighthouses, indigenous to the beautiful land and seascapes of Florida. Set to the sounds of nature and enhanced with easy listening music. Only $14.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. NatureWalkDVD.com or send check or money order to the address on the screen. A walk through nature. Visually stunning.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
It's Kubota Summertime Deal Days at Soul Tractor, and Kubota finance offers are heating up.
Right now, we have long-term finance rates for qualified buyers.
We have the deals you've been waiting for on new Kubota compact track loaders.
Come take a look at our new Kubota compact track loaders and excavators today.
Hurry to Soul Tractor's Kubota Summertime Deal Days and get your best deal on a new Kubota today while the sun shines.
Welcome back. Let's always start with the Express Lane Fishing Game Forecast brought to us by Express Lane, American owned and operated. We're looking at this morning be 132 to 332, and then this afternoon we're looking at 228 to 428. Okay. Also, we mentioned the other day about Jack Wingate, who's been real sick. Lake Seminole, he's a legend up there, and have so many bass fishermen and people over the years up in Bainbridge and
Wingate's Lunker Lodge.
Oh, he's world famous, and,
Right.
and he's a great guy. And he's sick now, folks. And my sister-in-law up in Dothan sent me his address for the viewers. So if you want to send him a card or something, Jack Wingate, 149 Hutchinson Ferry Road, Bainbridge, Georgia 39819. Send him a card or just say he really enjoys reading cards and all. He's doing okay, but he's not, keep him in your prayers. Okay?
All right.
We got all kind of stuff.
You want to talk about your pump before we do that?
You want to do your squirrel?
Yeah, I wanted to mention this. One of the things, and I know time's short, Winston, but one of the things people see sometimes when they're out traveling around in communities, and this, of course, we're trying to get the word out. We're working with the University of Florida, but we're asking anybody basically over the next 6 months, and this may run longer than 6 months, but through January right now, we're asking people that see fox squirrels, not gray squirrels, but fox squirrels, if you will, to let us know. Now, this is one actually that was rehabbed by a neighbor there in Lynn Haven. This is Cynthia Russell. Actually, this one fell out of a tree in the country club, and she took it and rehabbed it and then was able to take it back. And this squirrel was about 3 feet long by the time she was able to release it. They're absolutely beautiful. You'll see from black to silver gray. That one was black that Cynthia rehabbed, but you'll see them that are a silver gray, and then you'll see them a creamy color with some gray mixed in. But they're all over the state of Florida, but we're asking people, though, that see fox squirrels to, if they would, that you can go online and enter this information if you'll go to our website, myfwc.com, and then this is for a distribution map to see if we can identify pockets. of them. I actually saw 3 near Highway 389 about a year ago, right there near the entrance to all of a sudden I've gone a blank on the name of the park now, but anyway, it's just north of Mosley there, with the Mosley entrance on the east side. I saw 3 that were near the highway. They were probably at the same litter, but they had come out to the highway and they were in the ditch feeding.
Well, we'll get our outdoor class to start feeding them and all.
Well, they may have enough to eat without y'all feeding them, but anyway.
We got enough to do without
But go to our website, and if you'll go to wildlife and wildlife viewing and click under that, you can see, or you can call us and we can tell you how to do that.
You want to cover one more thing?
One more thing, very briefly. If you're anywhere, if you can go to Tallahassee on September the 24th, there's a youth hunting day, a field day for kids. Parents we want the parents obviously to take any youth over there it's at Tall Timbers Research Center. It's from 10 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. There's no fee charged. You don't have to pre-register, but there'll be an opportunity for kids to get to see a firearm and certain kinds of firearms with instructors there. They'll get to shoot a bow and arrow, muzzle loader, shotguns. There'll be hunting dog demonstrations. Kids, it'll be a great event for people to bring their kids out, and particularly in anticipation of dove season opening.
Oh, that sounds good. Let's clarify this too. Now, we are going to still have hard copies of the hunting regulations, you said?
Well, we got our full supply of all the regulations.
Okay.
The saltwater regulations we're not funded right now to print them in hard copy past this point, and I don't know how that's going to translate. We still have hard copies though of the saltwater regulation, or you can download the insert. So we're trying to. We'll try and work that out later, but anyway.
All right. Well, Stan, we've got to wrap things up still. Tomorrow, I just pick up where we left off. I still have a lot of stuff to show. Brad Stevens is going to be on tomorrow. We're going to talk about some corn prices and different things like that. It's important to deer hunters, and also some great pompano pictures and some pictures taken by these game cameras. So continue to send in this stuff, and we'll share it with the viewers. And Stan, that's a lot of good stuff. We appreciate you.
Well, Winston, thank you for what you do every day.
Well, we enjoy what we do, and folks, we thank you for watching the show. Thank you for supporting those sponsors. And you do something outdoors today, do something good for somebody, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.